What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from Scalar Learning. And today we are trudging through with some more SAT prep as we're getting closer to that March SAT date. And today I'm checking out a new resource per the recommendation of one of my subscribers. And this is a test from, it's called Kallis. And so we're going to check it out. I haven't looked at it yet. I just bought it and uploaded the first no calculator section of practice test 1. And we are going to knock it out right now. So if you guys are new, sorry about that. If you guys are new to my channel, I do these tests in real time for the first time, and so that's how we're going to rock this one out. If you have any questions, I won't be able to answer in real time, but I'll definitely be able to answer when I finish, and then I'll take a look at all your questions and try my best to make sure everything is clear. If you like this video after watching and you feel like it's useful, please click that like button, and if you want to subscribe and see more from the channel, you're welcome to subscribe. All right, let's do it. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Jenny has a job that pays $8 per hour plus tips T. So $8 per hour plus tips T. Oh, Jenny worked for 4 hours on Monday. So 8 times 4. And made 65 in all. So that's the total. And then plus she also made some amount in tips. So it's this guy, right? The tips is just added on. All right, good. Next, number 2. Anna burned 15 calories per minute running for X minutes and 10 calories per minute in hiking for Y minutes. She spent a total of 60 minutes running and biking and hiking and burned 700 calories. The system of equations below can be used to determine how much time she spent on exercise. How many minutes X did Anna spend running? Okay, look, we don't have to create the system of equations. They did it for us. We need to solve for X. So I want to eliminate Y. So I'm going to keep my first equation as is. I'm going to multiply the bottom one by negative 10. So the Y's cancel out. So I get negative 10X minus 10Y equals negative 600, right? And then we're going to combine everything, right? Add this 15x plus negative 10x is 5x. These cancel out, equals 100. X equals 20. And there we go. Boom. Done. Number 3. Number 3. Solve this guy. All right, first things first. I want to get rid of that square root, so I'm going to square both sides. So I get 13 minus x equals, I'm going to FOIL that as I'm doing it, x squared minus x, because remember it's going to be this squared. Which is minus 2x and then plus 1. Add x to both sides, x squared minus x. Subtract 13 from both sides, is minus 12. Equals 0. Let's go ahead and factor. We get x minus 4x plus 3, right? Multiplies to negative 12, adds to negative 1. So my solutions are 4 and negative 3. So it's either this or one of these two. The 9 is no good. So now I got to check both solutions. I have a feeling negative 3 is not going to work. So negative 3, 13 minus negative 3 is 16. And we take the square root of that. And it's over here, it's negative 3 minus negative 1 is negative 4. Now remember, when we take these, we got to remember we're only pulling out the positive roots. So these two do not equal, which means that negative 3 is out. Only 4 is a valid solution, okay? They try and get you on that every time. Number 4, baseball team has $1,000 to spend on supplies. One baseball bat costs $185. New baseballs are $4 each. Okay, the baseball team has $1,000 to spend on supplies. One baseball bat costs $185. New baseballs are $4 each. The inequality 185 plus 4b is less than 1,000 is used to determine the number of new baseballs that the team can purchase. Okay, which of the statements about the number of new baseballs is true? All right. Okay, I'm gonna isolate for B because B is the number of new bats, right? So I'm gonna subtract 185, so I'm gonna get 4B is less than 815, right? I'm gonna divide by 4, so B has to be less than, that's 203.75, okay? How did I do that mentally? I mean, you could do long division. 4 times 200 is 800, 4 times 3 is 12, and then 3/4 of 4 is 3, so that gets me up to 815. So B has to be less than this. So the team can purchase two. No, they cannot. That's too many. The minimum number of new baseballs that can be purchased is, there's no minimum. That's not it. It's this. Because they can purchase 203. That's the maximum, not 204. Okay, which statement best describes the relationship between the graphs of y equals 2 and x equals 2? Y equals 2 and x equals 2. That's it. They intersect. They're perpendicular. Done. Because one's horizontal, one's vertical. And they don't intersect at 2, 0. They intersect at 2, 2. Number 6. What is the solution of set of this? All right. We got a system of equations. Look, I'm literally going to combine them. It becomes, these guys cancel out. So I get x squared plus x, and then negative 1 and 1 cancel out, equals 0. Then I'm going to factor equals 0. So my values for x are 0 and negative 1. 0 and negative 1. It's got to be C. And I'm just going to check it. So if I plug in negative 1 and 0, that works. If I plug in 0 and they're saying it's 1, 0 minus 1 is negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm happy with that. Number 7, a set of data points. This data has 10 values, no 2 of which are the same. If the smallest value is removed from the set, which of the following statements must be true? Which are the same. Smallest value is removed from the set. That means the range has to get smaller. Wait, what? Yeah, it's this. Because there's no 2 the same. If you remove the smallest, the range is going to get smaller. We can't say anything about the mode. Actually, there is no mode because nothing is the same. The medians are definitely probably not going to be the same. The mean of the first data set is greater. No, the mean of the first data set is less, so it's A. Okay. Number 8, Hattie went to a candle store in the mall and saw all the candles in the store were on sale for 17% off. She had to calculate with her and program it to give her a sale price based on the original price. What expression did she use to find the sale price? The original price is represented by M. It's 0.8. It's this one. Or really what I would do is just 0.83 times M. But if the M is the original price, right? The original price is M. Yeah, you're subtracting 17% from the original, and it's that. Number 9, which of the following describes the graph of the function this guy? Opens up. It's going to open down because if you FOIL this out, the first term is going to be negative x squared. So it's going to open down with x-intercepts at positive 5 and positive 3. Because 5 minus 5 gives me that 0 value, not negative 5 minus negative 5, which gives me negative 10. Right? The x-intercepts occur where these 0 out, and that's it. Number 10, a board 79 inches long is cut into 3 pieces. The second piece is 5 inches longer than the first. Okay. The third piece is twice as long as the second, so it's 2x plus 10. If x represents the length of the first piece, then which equation can be used to determine the length of the first piece? X plus 5 plus... Yeah, 2 times x plus 5 equals 79. It's this. That's it. Yeah, I'm just making sure I didn't make any mistakes. All right, 10. Halfway done. 11. In the figure above the... Wait, did I do 10? Yeah. In the figure above, the heavy segmented line from P to R is composed of line segments that are parallel to either OR or OP. Okay. Got it? That are parallel to either. Okay, if the length of OR is X and the length of OP is Y, what is the total length of the heavy broken line from P to R? Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, it's X plus Y. Because look, this plus this plus this plus this plus this is X. And this plus this, because this is this plus this is y. And the 2, it's just x plus y. I thought it was going to be something using Pythagorean's theorem, but it's not. Whoa, that's weird. I know it's right, but that's so weird because it's like, you know, as those steps get smaller, it should always be x plus y. But then, you know, when it goes down to 0, anyways, it will eventually be something different. Making sure I did that right. Yeah, it's definitely right. Okay, copper production increased at a rate of about 4.9% between these years. In 1993, copper production was approximately... Okay. So it increased that per year between here and here. 1.801. If this trend continues, which equation best models the copper production in billions since 1993? So it's going to continue. So since 1993, so when it's 0... right? It's going to be 1.801, which is the case for all of these. And then every year it's increasing by 4.9%. It's this one. This one might get you, but it's this one because increasing, it's always going to have a 1 in front. And then that 4.9%, this would be 49%. This would be crazy. And that's it. C. 13. We got if the range of x squared plus 4 is all real numbers from 13 to 29, what positive numbers lie in the domain? So 13 to 29. So let's see, 3 gives me 13, 5 gives me 29, it's this one. 5 would give me 29, 21 would give me something huge, 19, that's crazy, all right, next. 14, which quadrants contain the solutions to this system of inequalities? So I'm going to have to graph it, I think. All right, so it's y is less than or equal to 2x minus 3. This one is 3y is greater than or equal to x minus 4. Y is greater than or equal to 1/3 x minus 4/3. So the first one, gosh, this is going to be approximate 1, 2, 3, right? -3, and it's got slope of 2 up to 1. Let's try and get this as good as I can. So up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So it's going to be like this, and it's going to be less than this guy. And then the other one is greater than this, 1/3 x minus 4/3. So -4/3 is about here. Up 1 over 3 like this. And it's, oops. Sorry, give me 1 second. Hello? Yeah, can you buzz my apartment and bring it up? You just look up my name. That's it. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Kapadia. Yeah, Kapadia. Sorry. I just ordered food and the guy did not know that he was supposed to buzz as I put in the instructions. Okay, so it looks like my solutions are in 1 and 4. So we're going with A. All right, 15. If I equals square root negative 1, which the following is equivalent to 2 over 5 plus I. So look, I already know what they're trying to do here is they're just trying to get rid of the radical in the bottom, imaginary in the bottom. So it's 2 times 5 plus I. And then I'm going to multiply by the complex conjugate, which is 5 minus I, right? 5 minus I. Again, I get 10 minus 2I. And then these guys, let's FOIL that. So it becomes 25 minus 5I plus 5I. So we already know those cancel out. Minus I squared, which is minus -1, which is really plus 1. So it's 10 minus 2I over 26. Divide everything by 2. 5 minus I over 13. And that's it. Okay. All right, now we're on to the free response. Sorry. Okay. All right, 16. If h of x plus 1 is this for all positive integers and h of 1 is 2/3, okay, what is the value of h of 3? All right, hold on, let me think about this for a second. H of 1. So that means 0. So that means I'm plugging in 0 for x. Sorry. Okay. That means I'm plugging in 0 for x, and I'm getting... hold on. What's the value of h of 3? Plug in 0 for x. And that's 2/3. Oh, that means that's -2/3. So that means h of x is negative. Oh my god, dude. Sorry. Let me pause this. Hello? I can't come down. I'm in the middle of something. So can you just leave it at the door and then I'll come get it when I'm done? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so anyways, now we got, when I plug in 0 for this, I get h of 1. Oh no, wait, this is kind of confusing. Okay, so I think if I plug in h of 1, so this means that h of 2, got it, because if I plug in 1 for x, then that's h of 1 equals 3 times negative 2/3 plus 4 over 3. And that is negative 2 plus 4 is 2/3. So h of 2 is positive 2/3. Now I get it. It's like a recursive. Now I'm going to plug in, that's h of 2. So now I'm going to plug in 2 here, which will be h of 3 equals 3 times h of 2, which is 2/3, positive 2/3. So that's 2 plus 4 over 3. This can factor, so I'm going to factor. That's my thing if I usually can do. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, it doesn't exactly factor, right? X times y. Oh, yeah, it does. So it becomes x plus y times x plus 2y equals 40, right? So because if I FOIL this, it becomes x squared, 2xy, xy becomes 3xy and 2y squared, so that's good. And then I already know x plus y equals 5, so this just turns into 5. And then it's 5 times x plus 2y equals 40. Divide by 5, x plus 2y equals 8. Double it to be 2x plus 4y, right? And it's 16. All right, next. Consider the system of equations. What is the value of x for x greater than 0? What is the value of x? So let's solve. So I'm going to first rewrite this as 3x squared plus 11x. I'm going to rewrite this as y equals 11x, or keep this as negative 3x. And I'd like to eliminate the... Oh, let's just negate this one, eliminate the y's. So then this cancels out. We get negative 8x squared minus 2x, right? Oh, sorry. No, that's plus 3x plus 14x. Yeah. And then it equals 0. So let's write it up here. Hold on. Then I have negative 2 times 4x. Oops. Factor out negative 2x times 4x plus 7, right? No, minus 7, excuse me. Minus 7 equals 0. And of course, so 0 is one of the solutions, but x is greater than 0. And the other one is 7/4, right? 7/4 makes this go to 0. Okay. 19, the equation x minus 3 over 2, 1 over x has two solutions. What is their product? Okay, the product of the two solutions. I'm going to cross multiply. So I get 2. Let's not do that. I get 2 equals x minus 3 times x minus 4. Okay, FOIL. So I get 2 equals x squared minus 4x minus 3x minus 7x plus 12. Subtract 2. 0 equals x squared minus 7x plus 10. So I'm going to use a little trick here, and then I'll verify for you. But the solution to the oh, no. Is that the sum or the... I'm thinking of it... 7 over 2. Hold on. I can't remember if this is a solution to the sum or the product. Anyways, just remember that 7 over 2 for a second. I'm actually going to solve it properly, but... okay, so then it becomes x minus 5. And then this one becomes x minus 2. There we go. Oh, yeah, no, this is wrong. And so my two solutions are 5 and 2. Okay? 5 comma 2, and the product of those two is 10. So where this came from, I think this is supposed to come from the sum. Oh, not over 2. What am I talking about? Yeah. Oh, it's a sum of the two students. It's negative b, which is 7 over a. Sorry, negative b over a. It's 7. The sum of the two solutions is a, but the product is 7, but the product is 10. Okay, 6 minutes left. When the polynomial is divided by x plus 2, the quotient is that. Find the value of b plus c. So these two values. So I'm going to do some polynomial division here. Oh, I can do synthetic division. It's much easier. So I put -2 in the box, if you guys remember this, because it's x plus 2, so it's always minus that, so, or, you know, it's the opposite of that. And then I got a 1 coefficient for x to the 4th, -3 for that one, -7, +7, and 2. And let's do some synthetic division. So we drop the 1, multiply by -2, we get -2. Add these guys, -5, multiply that, we get 10. Add those, we get 3, times that is -6. Add those, we get 1, times -2 is -2, 0. Perfect. So the B and C values are these two guys. So what is negative? That's -2, and the absolute value of that is 2, and we are done. Okay. I'm just going to stop the clock right there. Of course, on the real thing, you should take that extra time and check all your answers, redo things if possible, especially ones you flagged, but we're going to jump right into it. Let me get the book. Okay. All right, here we go. The answers. This is literally the first time I'm cracking this bad boy. Oh, I think it's back here. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, they don't have like a nice... Yeah, here we go. Beautiful. All right, let's grade this guy and see what we got. DBADB. DBAD. Oh, good. B. 6 is CADDD. CADDD. So far, so good. 11 is BCAAC. BCAAC. And then 16, now these are for your response. We got 2. All right, those are all correct. I'm just going to check over quickly. The thing is, guys, my food is downstairs, and I want to make sure it's there because the guy had to leave it right in front of my building. I have no idea. All right, I'm going to do 14 really quickly for you, and then I got to run, okay? Because my delivery guy just totally failed me. All right, so which contains a solution? Look, I had to graph this. You know, I graphed these two systems, right? So, like the system of inequalities, what did I do? First, I put this into slope-intercept form. Y is less than or equal to 2x minus 3. That's this line, okay? This is 2x minus 3. And I'm shading below it because it says less than or equal to. Then I did this one, which once I put in the slope-intercept form, y is greater than or equal to 1/3 x minus 4/3, right? And that is this line, right? I have my y-intercept of -4/3, and I have a slope of 1/3. So I kind of like, you know, it's approximation, but I can see I'm above this guy and below this guy, which gives me that gray shaded area, which is my solution side. I can see a little bit in quadrant 4, but definitely in quadrant 1. The other thing is I'm really sure that quadrant 1 is correct. 4, not so much, but this is the only one with quadrant 1, has to be A. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope you like this resource. Tell me what you think. I thought it was pretty good. I think it's decent. Not as good as College Panda, but I'll have to see as I do more stuff. But if you like this video, please click that like button. And if you want to see more from the Scalar Learning channel, make sure to click subscribe. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.